we'll discuss something about oxidative stress. Okay? Because it is a quite difficult topic, but you have to read this, you have to have some knowledge as a medical student, as a doctor. So this is the reason I want to quick recap this class. So please be attentive. So this is competency 12.2 and 12.3. Your competency. Previous class we discussed about reactive oxygen species, free radicals, what is oxidative stress, and what is antioxidant defense mechanism. I discussed in previous class. So reactive oxygen species are byproduct of cellular metabolism. Okay? There are a range of molecules with oxidation properties known as reactive oxygen species. So reactive oxygen species sometimes generate inside our body in the process of metabolism, and these molecules can react other molecules. And some reactions are helpful, some reactions are not helpful, even dangerous for our body. Okay? So this is actually useful but sometimes useless. This process, reactive oxygen species, when they generate, they have to neutralize by some of our defense mechanism inside our body, that is called antioxidant defense mechanism, and these should be balanced. When there is more number of reactive oxygen species in comparison with our protein defense mechanism, then the excess free radicals or reactive oxygen species can damage our body, and this condition is called oxidative stress. Understand? Anyone? Any doubt? What is oxidative stress? When this reactive oxygen species is more than outnumber our defense mechanism, body's defense mechanism against these reactive oxygen species, then this condition is called oxidative stress. This is the basic fundamental. Antioxidant. And this oxidative species stress causes several diseases, even though the process of aging starts with this process. Oxidative stress and reactive oxygen species cause aging, normal aging of a person. Next, so what are reactive oxygen species? Reactive oxygen species, what talking? Reactive oxygen species are chemically reactive molecules containing oxygen that readily react with other molecules within a cell. Examples: hydrogen peroxide, syngened oxygen, superoxide, hydroxyl radical, etc. And what is free radicals? Free radicals are molecules, species that contain one or more unpaired electron and is capable of independent existence. Example: lipid peroxide radicals, nitric oxide radicals, peroxidant radicals, etc. So difference between them: free radicals should have one or two unpaired electron. This electron generate in the process of metabolism, okay, and this radical can react with other molecules including lipid, protein, nucleic acid, and even though after reacting this free radical can generate another free radical, and that free radical also damaging, also reactive. So, what is the characteristics of free radicals? They are highly reactive. Their lifespan is very, very less. They generate and disappear. Can generate free, new radicals by chain reaction, cause damage to biomolecules, cells and tissue. So, if you ask a short note, reactive oxygen species, then you should write in these 4 characteristic features. Okay. So, how generate free radicals? Molecular oxygen react with a single electron, that is free radical, and they generate superoxide O2 minus. This superoxide can neutralize, react with another electron with 2 proton and can generate hydrogen peroxide. This hydrogen peroxide can broken down in water and another hydroxyl radical after reacting with another electron and proton. And hydroxyl radical then they can form water after reacting with another hydroxyl radical. Okay, by this way, the free radicals generate and they disappear. This table taken from Satyanarayan, for your textbook Satyanarayan. Okay, next. Difference between reactive oxygen species and free radicals. You may ask in the Viva exam. Free radicals should have one or more unpaired electron, like O2 minus, hydroxyl radical, peroxyl radical, etc. But there are some non-radical derivatives of oxygen which do not contain unpaired electron. Example: hydrogen peroxide, single oxygen. These are free reactive oxygen species. Understand? So basic difference is free radical should have one or more unpaired electron, but reactive oxygen species should have do not have any unpaired electron, but till they reactive and can generate another free radicals, and those should have oxygen. Okay, this is the difference. Very simple. Next. So these are some examples of free radicals and reactive oxygen species. The list is quite high, very long, but don't have to remember everything. Remember some like hydroxyl radical, superoxide radicals, hydroperoxyl radical, lipid radicals. These are some reactive oxygen species. Peroxyl radical. They are in the free radical system. Hydrogen peroxide, single oxygen, peroxynitride radical, nitroxyl anions radical. You should remember this. If anyone asks you by the exam, should give answer. Okay? Can you answer? Can you answer? No? Okay. Next. What is oxidative stress? Living microorganism produce reactive oxygen species as a result of cellular metabolism, as I told earlier. Despite the presence of antioxidant defenses like enzyme, protein, vitamins in the organism, reactive oxygen species can accumulate due to overproduction or failure in the antioxidant system, leading to stage of oxidative stress, a key hallmark of aging. Just imagine we are breathing oxygen every time. There is 20% of oxygen in the atmosphere. Okay? In spite of 20%, if we give you 100% oxygen, then what will happen? Even the patient required oxygen. 100% oxygen is always dangerous, because excess oxygen can generate reactive oxygen species and free radicals. Okay? That is why 100% oxygen is not given nowadays. Patient with oxygen saturation less than 90%, actually we do not give oxygen supplement. Okay? But unfortunately I see a lot of hospital oxygen supplement given randomly without any judgment. This is actually malpractice. This is actually not useful, rather harmful to the patient. Because this is the thing. Reactive oxygen species can generate, if you give excess oxygen, that means it will generate excess amount of free radicals. And this causes danger to the patient, harm to the patient. Understand? Oxidative stress is a common condition that arises from an imbalance between the production of reactive oxygen species, free radicals, and the body's ability to neutralize them with antioxidant. So, if there is more number of free radicals generated, then our body's ability to neutralize them, then this condition is called oxidative stress, as I told earlier. This imbalance can lead to cellular damage and is causes various disease like cancer, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, etc. Source of free radicals, oxidative stress. One is normal cellular process, there is cellular metabolism, and another is due to an environmental effect. The cellular metabolism, this is actually table I have taken from Satyanarayan. Okay. So most important is actually respiratory chain. Mitochondria actually the source of reactive oxygen species. Remember, because mitochondria have oxygen transport system, ETC. Okay. Almost 1 or 2% electron can escape from electron transport chain, and this electron can cause generation of free radicals. This is the most important and commonest source of reactive oxygen species. Another is production of hydrogen peroxide and superoxide by some enzyme process like xanthine oxidase, NADPH oxidase, etc. Xanthine oxide is required for purine synthesis. Okay, and this enzyme NADPH oxidase used by macrophages and neutrophils. They produce superoxide. Most important source is respiratory chain, then another source is by enzyme system, then another source is peroxisomal generation of oxygen and hydrogen peroxide, and some process like generation of prostaglandin, production of nitric oxide from arginine. These generate reactive oxygen species. During the process of phagocytosis, oxidative burst, phagocyte can generate superoxide. In the oxidation of heme to bile pigment, and as a result of auto-oxidation like metal ion, there is called Fenton reaction. I am coming later. Fenton reaction can generate free radicals. Next is, if you consume some drug like paracetamol, halothane, then their metabolism can generate free radicals due to damage causing ionizing radiation. If a person taking X-ray or radiation therapy, then some form of free radical can generate inside their body, and this actually causes harm to the patient. Okay. Ultraviolet radiation, another thing. Actually, in our India, sun bath is not common, but Western culture, Western people, they use sun bath to make tanning of their skin, but unfortunately, they end up with skin cancer because ultraviolet of the sunlight can damage our skin cells, even DNA, and ultimately this causes mutation to the DNA of the skin, and after mutation it can turn into cancer. Okay. Melanin, actually in our skin, melanin useful. We absorb UV radiation and protect our body from sunlight damage. Cigarette smoking, another very bad habit, can generate lot of free radicals and ultimately causes lung cancer. Some person, not every person, some people generate lung cancer, COPD, with the process of free radical damage. What is COPD? Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It occurs due to smoking. Almost 100% causes smoking. Alcohol ingestion. Alcohol causes dry energy. After alcohol metabolism, a lot of energy is generated. This energy is go into electron transport chain and ultimately causes lot of generation of electrons and oxidative stress to the mitochondria. বুঝতে পারলে? রিপিট করব। Alcohol ingestion causes mitochondrial oxidative stress. Mitochondria of the liver cell. After ingestion of alcohol actually causes have lot of energy. But this is actually not good energy. Lot of energy generate, and this energy can ultimately convert into ATP. In the process of this system, in electron transport chain, lot of energy generate, and this energy after metabolism in the electron transport chain can escape lot of electron, and this causes oxidative stress to the liver. Okay, so this is the process. Oxidative stress causes fatty liver, alcoholic liver disease because of oxidative stress. So these are, first one is cellular metabolism. So these are example, and next one is environmental effect. These are some example. What is Fenton reaction? Iron, especially ferrous ion, when react with hydrogen peroxide, they convert into ferric ion and hydroxyl radical. This is radical can generate in the process of reaction. It is called Fenton reaction. Fenton reaction is a chemical reaction where hydroxyl radicals are generated from hydrogen peroxide in the presence of ferrous ion catalyst. Okay, these hydroxyl radicals are highly reactive and can degrade organic substances. Hydrogen peroxide actually not so harmful, but if you react with ferrous ion, it can generate more harmful hydroxyl radical, and then hydroxyl radical is actually damaging to the cell membrane. This is called Fenton reaction. Please note down this. You may ask in the exam a short note. What is Fenton reaction? Next is lipid peroxidation. Hydroxyl radical actually attack to the PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acid of the cell membrane. All of you know, cell membrane has lipid bilayer. It has hydrophilic outside and hydrophobic lipid inside. Lot of PUFA is there, and PUFA has side chain. This chain have some double bond, and radical can attack to this double bond structure and can generate lipid radicals. Okay, so you may ask in the exam, short note, please sit down. Lipid peroxidation, another short note. It has 3 phases. First one is initiation, next is propagation, next is termination. What is initiation? Free radicals like hydroxyl radical remove a hydrogen atom from PUFA, creating lipid radical. This is called initiation. Next, propagation. This lipid free radical with oxygen to form lipid peroxyl radical, which can then attack another PUFA containing. This is process continues until our defense system stop this reaction, or may 2 radicals can react with each other and then neutralize. Okay. Termination is this chain reaction, stop reaction when 2 radicals combine and when antioxidant molecules neutralize the radicals. So you can see here, this is initiation, this is PUFA, this is one radical, and it, after reacting it can generate lipid radical. This lipid radical can react with oxygen molecule, and then they can attack another PUFA and generate lipid peroxyl radical. The lipid peroxide radical either two radical react with each other and neutralized, or may defense system neutralize them. In this process, some metabolite generate like MDA, manol dialdehyde. This is a marker of lipid peroxidation. Okay. So in Viva exam, we may ask you, please tell me one marker of lipid peroxidation. Answer is MDA, malon dialdehyde. Okay. How we can measure them? In your textbook, Satyanarayana written clearly. You can go through them. Why this is dangerous? Because cell membrane has inside hydrophobic nature. So just imagine when the radical attack the cell pupa, then hydrophobic nature lost. By this way, cell fluidity integrity lost, and water can go inside the cell membrane cell and burst the cell. By this way, cell can damage. Brain cells, especially neural cells, are particularly susceptible. So lipid peroxidation actually attack mainly brain cells, causes some degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. Okay. Even when the patient aged, the brain sunken because of aging. This is called cerebral atrophy. Okay. This is the process of lipid peroxidation. Understand? বুঝতে পারলে সবাই? Okay. Next, oxidative burst. What is oxidative burst? You already read in physiology classes. Oxidative burst means macrophages or neutrophils, they absorb oxygen and they generate free radicals. These free, even sometimes they generate bleach. These free radicals like superoxide and bleach can destroy the bacteria. Okay, this is called oxidative burst. You can see here this enzyme NADPH oxidase, it can convert oxygen into superoxide. This superoxide can, with help of this enzyme superoxide dismutase, can form hydrogen peroxide. Okay, this hydrogen peroxide either occur into water and oxygen molecule by bacterial catalase, or may go in our body system. Body system, enzyme system can neutralize them. First one is this enzyme 4-MA glutathione peroxidase is convert H2O2 into water, and this reduced glutathione they form oxidized glutathione. Okay. Again, this fifth enzyme, this glutathione reductase, this regenerate this oxidized form into reduced form of glutathione. Okay. And last one is G6PD. You have already asked in the exam, G6PD deficiency causes hemolytic anemia. Why? Because our body system cannot handle them. So lot of free radical can damage cell membrane and especially RBC, and RBC burst out, causes hemolysis. Okay. This is the answer. So this is the process. You can see phagocyte can generate superoxide as well as COSC. This is called bleach. Antioxidant defense system, just quick review. They are divided according to location, like plasma. Plasma we have beta carotene, vitamin C, bilirubin, uric acid, celluloplasmin, transferrin, etc. In the cell membrane we have vitamin E, tocopherol. Vitamin E present in cell membrane. They sit there, and if one radical form, actually they absorb this radical and itself turn into radical. But this is not actually reactive. Okay, tocopheroxyl radical. Next is intercellular antioxidant like superoxide dismutase, catalase, they are all enzymes. Okay. Antioxidant according to the nature and action, like enzymatic antioxidant. Okay. So if you are asked in the exam, you should write according to this. Antioxidant defense system, you ask in the exam. Short note. Okay. Antioxidant defense system. So you should write what is antioxidant defense system and divide them according to the location in the plasma, in the cell membrane and intercellular. 3 area. Okay. Next, antioxidant according to the nature and action. Enzymatic action, nutrient antioxidant, metabolic antioxidant. Enzymatic like superoxide dismutase, catalase, example. Non-enzymatic like carotenoid like beta carotene, alpha tocopherol, ascorbic acid, selenium, etc. Metabolic antioxidant like glutathione, transferrin, ferritin, uric acid, bilirubin, etc. Next, how antioxidant enzyme works? Superoxide dismutase can generate hydrogen peroxide. Catalase can destroy this hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen molecule. Glutathione peroxidase can destroy hydrogen peroxide into water and glutathione peroxide itself, glutathione converted into reduced to oxidized form. Again, this oxidized form regenerate via glutathione reductase with the help of this NADPH. Okay, simple. Next, these are next is very high. Plus, remember few things like vitamin E. This is nutrient antioxidant. Vitamin C, vitamin E, beta carotene, lycopene, selenium, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, N-acetyl cysteine, etc. Next, metabolic antioxidant like glutathione, superoxide, others like uric acid, ceruloplasmin, transferrin, albumin, bilirubin, haptoglobulin. There are some metabolic antioxidant as well as some other antioxidant. বুঝতে পারলে? Same thing repeating. Next, today's discussion, factors contributing to oxidative stress include food or the diet. If a person take healthy diet, he may prolong his young age. Okay, if you take junk food, bad food, you may end up with aging early. So everyone should take care of your food. One dictum is there: do not take medicine as your food. Okay, rather take food as your medicine. This is very important line actually. So if you have adequate amount of antioxidant, vitamins, minerals in your food, then it may help you to maintain your good health, to prevent some diseases, especially degenerative diseases, even infectious disease. I have seen children who do not take vegetarian, especially green vegetables, fruits, they frequently attack with cough and cold, diarrhea. Okay, choice of food is very important. Lifestyle, regular exercise, avoiding smoking, alcohol. Okay, to keep yourself busy. Lifestyle is very important. Avoid stress, do some yoga, exercise. These are very important. Next, Environmental factors like pollution, radiation. If a person living in Delhi and another person living in Haridwar, you can compare the air quality index. Delhi quality very bad. Am I right? I was in Patna. I measured some air quality index. It was very poor, not less than 300. But here you can see in Tripura, it is maximum 50. And this only you can see impact on health to the people. People living in Delhi, you can see the young boys, they have white color beard, hair. Because it actually causes damage to their body, lot of free radicals causing oxidative damage. Understand? This is important. Next is natural immunity response can cause oxidative stress temporarily. Further leading to mild inflammation, it goes away when the immunity strength of the body against the infection is increased. Oxidative stress, if uncontrolled, can speed the process of aging and to the lead to several other diseases. So oxidative stress can cause several diseases. I identify myself. You can take screenshot because if not, you can find this list. So most important thing is cancer. This is one of cause of actually a lot of factors there to generate cancer. Not only oxidative stress, but this is the one of the most important cause, oxidative stress. And there like degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's diseases, Parkinson's diseases. Next is accelerated aging of a subject. Okay, atherosclerotic, valvular, vascular and heart diseases. What is atherosclerosis? Probably you have asked in an exam. High cholesterol causes heart attack. Justified. But unfortunately, majority of students cannot write this term, atherosclerosis. High cholesterol actually convert lot of LDL, low density lipoprotein. This LDL actually goes inside the endothelial layer of blood vessel on the subendothelial space. Okay, there they deposit. After that, macrophages come and want to destroy them in the form oxidized LDL form. This oxidized LDL actually causes building up of plaque inside the blood vessel. Eventually causes blockage of blood flow, especially in the heart, coronary arteries. Ultimately causes heart attack. Other disease like fatty liver. This is because of oxidative stress to the liver. Alkali liver disease, fatty liver because of oxidative stress. In diabetes patient develop diabetic retinopathy, nephropathy, neuropathy. Actually, a lot of several factors there, but among them, oxidative stress also have one factor, causes diabetic retinopathy, nephropathy, neuropathy, even vascular diseases. Autoimmune disease. What is autoimmune disease? Any idea of autoimmune disease? What is immunity? This is the body's defense system, body's capacity, body's ability to prevent the attack of bacteria, viruses, fungi or worm. Okay, if the bacteria come inside, our body can destroy them by the process of oxidative burst I told earlier. Okay, this is normal immunity. In the process, antibody is generated. In your antibody lecture classes, you already learned how many type of antibodies there are. IgG, IgM, IgD, IgE. Something else? G, M, D, E. Anything else? IgA, right? So IgA, this antibody generate. Sometimes, and this antibody goes and attach to the bacterial wall, and then it will become easier work to the macrophages to capture them bacteria, because bacteria is slippery. Okay, and they engulf them, phagocytose them. This is normal process. Sometimes when bacteria attack, specific type of antibody generate against the different type of bacteria. Say we attack 5 type of bacteria, body can generate 5 type of antibody, and some T cells, T lymphocyte cells, they can memorize them. They are called memory T cell. Okay, so in the future, if this bacteria attack again, then this T cell can signal to other T cells. They call naive T cells. They can proliferate and produce lot of antibody. This antibody can eventually attack to the bacteria, and then this bacteria can capture by macrophages. Okay, this is normal process of immunity inside our body. But sometimes these T cells can generate erroneous antibody, wrong antibody, and this antibody can attack to our body, like joint, tissue. Okay, then this condition is called autoimmunity. This is the mechanism of autoimmune diseases. Example: rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylosis. Okay, you will read later on the medicine classes. Okay, so you can see in autoimmune diseases, our defense system is actually erroneous. So there generation of a lot of oxidative stress because of unnecessary inflammation. Understand? So in autoimmune diseases, there increases oxidative stress, causes health conditions like diabetes, like nephropathy, retinopathy, peripheral vascular diseases, etc. Any question till now? Okay. Next. So hallmark of oxidative stress are: first one is lipid peroxidation, next free radical damage to nucleic acids, damage to proteins, okay, cell membrane. This is the hallmark of oxidative stress diseases. Now discuss something about oxidative stress and cancer. So oxidative stress and cancer, first stage is oxidative stress, damage to the DNA. Okay, this is called cancer initiation. High level of reactive oxygen species can damage DNA, leading to mutation in the gene that regulates cell growth and division. What is gene? Gene क्या बोलते हो? Gene is a part of DNA. Okay, specific part of DNA. This part can transcribe, make messenger RNA. This messenger RNA can generate this protein. This protein can go and act. Okay, so each protein has different gene. Okay, so different protein has different gene, and this gene located in the DNA. So oxidative stress can damage to DNA and causes mutation to the gene, and there can regulate cell growth and division. Next is altered signaling pathway. Reactive oxygen species can disrupt normal cell signaling pathway, and this potentially promoting uncontrolled cell proliferation and tumor formation. Probably already you read in your class 12 exam. Cell cycle has some phases: G0, G1 and G2 S phase, right? So this is normal cell cycle. So this cell cycle will regulated by cell. Okay, and some factors there, they synthesize and they regulate this cell cycle. But if it mutation occurs, this alteration cell cycle can alter, and this maybe lead to us uncontrolled cell proliferation and tumor formation. Next, inflammation. Oxidative stress causes trigger inflammation, which is known to contribute cancer development. Next stage is cancer progression. In tumor growth and metastasis, oxidative stress can promote tumor growth and metastasis by inducing genomic instability, enhancing cell proliferation, and creating a pro-tumorigenic microenvironment. Sometimes cancer cell can adopt oxidative stress can cause drug resistance. Okay, leading to drug resistance because of oxidative stress, the cancer cell can resist drug resistance. Chemotherapy cannot cure this patient because of oxidative stress. Next is dual nature of reactive oxygen species in cancer. One is pro-tumorigenic, another is anti-tumorigenic. Pro-tumorigenic means it may cause reactive oxygen species to promote cancer by causing DNA damage and altering cellular signaling pathway. Another is anti-tumorigenic. In this case, reactive oxygen species can induce cancer cell death like apoptosis, potentially leading to limiting tumor growth. Okay, so this may path either lead to pre-tumorigenic or anti-tumorigenic. Sometimes it may be helpful, sometimes it may be bad. Next is targeting oxidative stress in cancer therapy. Pro-oxidant therapy. Some cancer therapies utilize drugs that induce oxidative stress to selectively kill cancer cells. Another is antioxidant therapy. In opposite, antioxidants are sometimes used to protect normal cells from damaging effect of oxidative stress. Okay. Next is key players in oxidative stress and cancer. One is mitochondria, because this is a source of reactive oxygen species. Next is antioxidant defense mechanism. Cells have various antioxidant defense mechanisms like enzymes and neutralize reactive oxygen species and maintain redox balance. Another is transcription factor like NRF2 pathway. The key regulator of antioxidant responses plays a crucial role in cancer cell ability to cope with oxidative stress. So in conclusion, oxidative stress is a double-edged sword in cancer, playing a complex role in both the initiation and progression of the disease. Understanding the intricate relationship between oxidative stress and cancer is crucial for development effect of cancer therapy. You don't have to remember this thing. I gave you some idea. We may not ask any exam question from the exam. Okay, this is not actually visually based. You can learn after later when you do PG. That time. Right now, we focus for your exam. What is reactive oxygen species? What is antioxidant? Antioxidant defense mechanism. Different type of antioxidant system. Okay. Fenton reaction, oxidative burst. Okay. Now remember some diseases caused by oxidative stress like degenerative diseases, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. I don't have to. I'm not going into details about the disease. You will read later. Right? Any question? Thank you.